since you brought this to mediation, we're going to go ahead and let you start first.
Okay. Well, I started interning here my last semester of college, which was last fall, and this job started out as just an intern job. It wasn't paid very well, like most internships, and so as time went on, I did well at what they gave me to do, and as time went on, they kind of gave me more and more responsibilities, and as these responsibilities piled up, obviously the quality of the work had to go down because of the quantity of the work, and basically I felt that in the end they graded the overall work that they gave me, not the intern work that they gave me, and I felt like this grade that I got they ended up giving me a C for the internship because of the reports that they turned into the school, and I felt like that was a little harsh, I guess, because they gave me so many things that weren't necessarily my responsibility in the very beginning. So my main thing is I really don't want this to affect, my grade point, and if people look at that, that's going to affect my job situation and all that.
So what you're saying is you're unhappy with the grade that you received, and so what grade did you receive?
It was a C.
A C, and what were you expecting to get, or what do you think you earned?
I mean, I did everything that was asked of me in the intern criteria. When I first came on, they gave me a packet of everything that I was supposed to do, and I did all of those things that were lined out. And as time went on, like I said, they just started adding more responsibility to the job that I was doing.
Okay. And so, what would you say the grade is that you were expecting?
I felt like I earned an A.
An A. Okay. Do you have anything else? Okay. Mr. Weha, or sorry, Mr. Weha, Weldon?
Yes.
Well, do you have anything that you want to add to this?
Well, let me just first explain exactly what happened. In the advertising business, a very, very intense, very competitive business, especially not for students. Now, what I do in the company is I actually do leadership development. I work with managers to develop their teams, working on different leadership skills, but also they assign me to run the internship program, which we feel in our company is very, very high quality. We feel that we give a lot of good experience to interns. Now, something that we do is that we expect a lot out of our interns, not because necessarily we want work done, because we can't do it, but because we want to give them the highest quality internship they can have, because this is such a competitive market. Now, at the beginning of each internship, it seems a little more easier than others, but then by the end, we try to give them a pretty sizable workload so that they can experience what it is like really working in an advertising firm. Some handle it better than most, but we critique very, very strictly because we want our program to be very prestigious. And Chris, unfortunately, he was really great at first, but the quality of work just kind of dropped off at the end, and so we had to grade that in the marks. And I'm guessing the school did not interpret that very well.
Okay. And so you said that this gets harder as you go into the internship, or?
Yes, we try to make it that because and working in a true advertising firm, just diving headfirst in, you would be completely overwhelmed with all the things that you have to do. So we understand these are students in the first, this is the first experience, so we want them to have a good experience, but we also want to give them, somewhat of a reality of what's going on a day-to-day basis and what they could be faced with in an advertising firm. So at the end, I really strive for the people that run the towards my manager that have these interns to really put it on them, put them to the test per se, and so that's just the way we run our intern program.
And so, how do you feel is, Chris, he started out, he was doing well, and as the workload got heavier and heavier, he just wasn't performing up to your standards, or?
Yes, I mean, just it was the work was really great at first, and then this was just a point sort of midway or towards the end, 3/4 of the way through the semester, through the time he was here, he just really just wasn't producing as much as we would like. It was late on some projects. Didn't get got some of the projects wrong as far as what we wanted. Wasn't communicating well with some of the brands that we were trying to market, advertise for. So.
Okay. And the work that y'all have them do, is that something that is possible for? Do most students get this done on time, or is it?
I wouldn't say most students, but the best students get this done. Our best students, we have students that do get this done. We grade upon that criteria.
Okay.
Or we give reviews. Sorry, we do not give out the grades. We just give the reviews.
Well, Chris, do you have anything else that you want to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the original packet that we get as an intern states it's a lot like a syllabus you get at the beginning of a class period. It states what's going to happen, kind of when it's going to happen, what your responsibilities are going to be. And as I was on track to do all that, I mean, I don't think they really understand that this isn't a full-time job for an intern. This is a part-time job, and we also have families, we also have other classes, we also have jobs that actually pay. And so as I go through the syllabus and as you do things, then they start piling on more and more things that aren't in the plan.
Okay, so
Do you understand though that
we're going to let him finish this, and then we'll get just back to you, just because we wouldn't want him interrupting you, right? So just to keep it in order. So everything that you did, all the work that he had you do, that not all of it was in the syllabus?
Correct.
Did you do everything that was in the syllabus?
Yes.
Okay. And how were your grades on? Were you graded on individual assignments, or is it just like an overall?
There's an overall review. The overall review of those projects that I was assigned to do in the syllabus were great.
Okay. And so you got them all done on time.
Mm-hmm.
And they were good quality.
Mm-hmm.
And you weren't missing any assignments or anything?
No, it was on time to work every day.
Okay. And so then what you're saying is on top of the syllabus, they were adding more work to you, and was that some of the work that you were having?
Yeah, I mean, I got put on different projects that weren't originally talked about. I mean, I was happy to take them on. I had a little bit of extra time, but I mean, as you know, things get heavy at the end of a semester, and other classes start, assigning different things, and so I tried to get a lot of the things that I knew were going to be heavy in the internship program out of the way in the beginning. And like I said, I got great reviews on those. But it was all the extra work that got piled on there at the end of the program.
Okay. And so Mr. Weldon made the point that your work dropped off there towards the end, and so do you agree with that then?
The work on the extra projects, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Mr. Weldon, as you heard, Chris was saying that there was several other things that he did that wasn't in your syllabus. Is the syllabus something that y'all go by strictly, or is it just?
Well, much like a job description, it's to be flexible. You sign up for any job and it says this is what you're going to do, but knowing going in that there's going to be more that's going to be asked of you. You're going to be asked to serve on different projects, different committees that just aren't necessarily named in paper. And so that's just part of the work world. This is part of what happens. And what happened with Chris was he said he did do those assigned projects early on in the internship, and we saw how much potential he had, and we thought, we're thinking, wow, this guy's getting things done. He's really on fire for this. We need to give him more. We need to challenge him more. We need to give him more of a dose of what's really going to happen. And
Without pay, by the
potential
way.
to-